topping this hour, a major development that could mean less bloodshed in the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. The White House now says that Israel has agreed to a daily 4-hour-long humanitarian pause in fighting in northern Gaza. During that time, civilians would be able to exit and humanitarian aid would be able to get in. Spectrum News 1 Washington correspondent Emmy Koslof has the latest details on the White House response.
Since the war between Israel and Hamas began over a month ago, we've seen waves of Palestinians fleeing northern Gaza, many of them on foot. And now we're learning of humanitarian pauses in the fighting that could make this travel safer.
We're hopeful. Things are moving along.
President Joe Biden indicating that he would have preferred the pauses last even longer.
Did you ask him to pause for 3 days to get the hostages out for that?
Yes. I've asked for even a longer pause for some of them.
National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby telling reporters on Thursday that Israel has committed to announcing each 4-hour window at least 3 hours in advance, and that Israel will open a second corridor for civilians to flee northern Gaza, where Israel is focusing its attack. State Department Deputy Spokesperson Vedant Patel saying that humanitarian aid is getting to the people of Gaza through the border with Egypt.
Over the course of yesterday, we saw 106 trucks of humanitarian aid flow into Gaza through the Rafah crossing. Rafah crossing remains open today.
Israel's military releasing this video on Thursday, which they say shows Hamas weapons being found in the wreckage in northern Gaza. But back in the States, more protests on Capitol Hill. 5 people who occupied a Senate office building calling for a ceasefire were arrested.
And the backdrop for all of this is that Hamas is still holding hostages, including Americans. Israel is currently estimating that 239 hostages are being held, including children and the elderly. The White House is hopeful that these humanitarian pauses could open the door for their release. From Washington, I'm Evan Koslof, Spectrum News.